Good morning. It's Sunday, December 31st. I'm going live because it's much easier to load these. When I record them and then load them, it takes 45 minutes. So this is just an easier thing to do. So this is part of how I'm being creative, right? So we're in the final days of the year. You can tell that I'm still sort of like putting things together. It's interesting. We're in the final days of 2023. Now, if you do numerology, the 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. So we're leaving the year of 7, which is the sacred 7, the mystical, the out of sight, but not quite sure it's there, but it's there. And we're moving into 2024, which is 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 4, which is an 8, which is sort of a manifesting year. I love eights. I'm an eight in my birth chart. I love eights. I think eights are the time when things really start to happen for us. And so I want to bring together today a couple of concepts. Lee Harris, in his 2024 theme, talked about stability and instability being the theme for 2024. Want to bring in the solar flares, and I want to pay attention to how do we become creative and embrace the Empress in us. So I brought some tarot cards to show you. So hang in there. We're gonna go through the process of what you can actually do in 2024 that might support you a little bit differently, right? So the Empress, she's phenomenal. I love the Empress. I've got 4 decks of cards for you. So the Empress is a letter 3 or number 3. It goes magician, priestess, Empress. She's the divine feminine. She's Venus. She's the creator. She in Hebrew is Daleh, Daleh, which is the door. She births open and she welcomes back. So she's both the birth and the death, the beginning and the end of everything in physical form. And so she is the one who creates physical form. So, in the Osho Zen, she's magnificent. She looks like this. Within the mystical moments, look at all of the things coming out of her from the waist down, baby, flowers, um, lilies, everything, right? Within the good tarot, this is the Empress. I love the good tarot. I just got this one. And within the Thoth deck, this is the Empress. Okay. In all of these, she is this mystical energy. So when we take the Emperor and the Empress and we put them side by side, the Emperor is 4 and the Empress is 3, right? So the Emperor is the masculine, the force, the fire that drives things, that makes things happen. The Emperor is the one who produces things. So when we go to the Empress is the feminine in all of us. So we each have a masculine and feminine side. So the feminine is the creative, the form, how to bring something in form. And so what I noticed is that what's happening with these flares is that we're being rattled and shaken and nudged and bugged, right? Like tap tap tap, bring the creative forces of yourself, bring your feminine forward, bring it forward, bring it forward, bring it forward. That's what I feel is happening to us during these flares, is that we're awakening a part of us that has been dormant, that has been unrecognized, that has been ignored or even stifled. So, whew, when we are looking at the Empress, when we are looking at this, we watch our daily thoughts. We watch the way we bring in energy and power. We watch how we show up to our children, how we show up to our lover, our partner. We watch how we contribute at work. We watch and pay attention to how we contribute to the world. Because what we're doing is we're bringing things into form. So we are really like, that everything comes through us, and then how we imagine it, how we envision it, we put it into form. So when we really get that we're a part of all of this, we are part of the way we create this reality, because the Empress, the divine feminine in us, is the birther, right? It's the birther of imagination, of creativity, of bringing energy into form, of changing the world the way we want it. Then, we can go from the esoteric idea of a Empress, or we can say there's a there's a feminine, a divine feminine part of us that I can harness and actually navigate differently through some of these flares, some of these tumultuous changes, some of these things that are going on right now. I need her to start showing up within me. That's why I'm talking about this now. Okay, makes sense? So let's give you an example. So let's say that you're mothering or you're fathering, right? You're parenting. You work, you're side by side with your partner, and it's bumpy. There's a little bit of tension going on with you and your partner. The kids are acting out. It's been the holidays. The world is rocky. Finances are weird, between the holidays or between prices going up or between, with instability in jobs. There's a lot of unsettled instability going on with our finances. Politically, we don't even have to go there. Think about in unstable or weird. It's just all over the place. The solar flares are bumping us around. And when they bump us, we have headaches, we have ears ringing, we have tension in our body, we have irritability, we have exhaustion, we have fear, we have sorrow. So when all of these are going on, and this is the real life, right? This is who we are right now. We've been doing this for the whole year. That's why I talk about this. So then the Empress comes in, right? And she's this beautiful divine feminine, right? And she emits a pattern from her field. So what she does is she uses her imagination and then she says, "Well, I think I need it to be a little bit different. I want it to be a little different. I desire it to be different." Right? And then she becomes the blueprint of how she brings it into form. So when we understand that we are the creator, wow, we bring things into form. So when we access our inner empress, our goddess, right? We use our imagination and we create our own perspective, which is, well, this is what the news says. This is what my partner says. This is what I'm reading, or this is what I'm feeling. This is what I'm experiencing. And you create your own stories about the flares and how they help you. And then you get excited like, wow, when my ears are ringing, I'm being upgraded into something on a cellular level that I'm here. I can hardly wait to see what it's going to do. Right. So we reframe because you're using your own lens. It comes through you. You determine what it is. You use your imagination and then you put it out there like, man, I love these flares because the night sky's full of blue and purple and all sorts of auroras. The energy is sort of exciting. And, at my core, I love change. So it's going to be different for most of you. So, what I'm really saying is use your imagination and create what you want and start to steer. So, if we're looking at stability in 2024, it really has to come from our ability to steer our own world. And I'm going to suggest that we use the Empress to do that. Use all of your creativity to steer it the way you want it to go, right? So you steer your imagination, you steer your self-talk, you steer your presence with other people. You model, you lead, you be who you are, and you create. These are the kinds of things that are going to be the most important in 2024. So I'm going to take a pause here and just do my little blurb about coaching, and then I've got 6 tips for you, right? So when I talk about coaching, I've worked with parent child dynamics and family systems and energy management for a long time. What I'm doing is taking that sensitive, creative, reactive part of solar flares, of bringing about change, of looking at how do we step into human leadership, energy management, balance, and stability. So that's what I do. And I do it through tarot. I do it through 1 hour or package coaching. So if that's something you're interested in, drop me a message because I would love to help you out with that. All right, so tips. I have 6 tips for today. The first one is today, I'm not a big on doing New Year's resolutions. What I do want to do is make sure that I close something and then I open it up in a new way. So I want to bring 2023 to a close. So for today, for tonight, tomorrow, maybe the week ahead, ponder Ponder what you desire to create, what kind of atmosphere you want in your head, in your heart, in your body, in your home, in your life. Ponder it. Like, if I could create anything I wanted, what would it look like? So play with your imagination and allow yourself to follow what it feels like. So the example I would use for myself is that I want to create ease. I want to create financial ease. I want to create lifestyle ease. I don't want to hold on to it and go, what if, what if? I want to go, I can hardly wait to see what happens with this. So that's where my focus is going. Number two, create something fun. Whether it's, like a process of start easy, start with something like every day that I come home, it's hectic. I watch, young parents coming in the door from work, they're picked up their kids from daycare or school, and it's hectic. And it's like, so if you need ease, like I need ease, right? What if we have this ritual in the winter, all of January or February, which is when we come home, we're going to light candles and we're going to put on this soundtrack that has one or two or three songs. And everybody can take a candle or one of those little power candles and go up to their room and put their stuff in their room and get changed, get it comfy, and then come back down. And then we'll start to figure out what to do for dinner. But for those 2 to 5 minutes, 10 minutes, we're going to come into the house differently and we're going to play and we're going to walk around with candles and play, right? So that the inner child in us starts to get really excited about, oh, this is something that's really different. So you're playing and you're creating a new blueprint of, we're going to create an atmosphere when we come home that's different from what we just left. Makes sense, right? Number three, pay attention to your energy, right? Because you can set in motion exhaustion, frenzy, overwhelm, tension, impatience, frustration, right? Or you can also set into motion calm, ownership, stability, curiosity, love, playfulness. Watch your energy and watch what you're creating because you're the one who's putting it in motion. This isn't a choice. This isn't something like, for right now, I'm going to do this. It's always happening. So pay attention to what you're actually creating, right? Number four, let go of what others think. You always have to let go of what others think, how they feel, what they do, because they're in their own process of discovering their own inner feminine, their own inner balance, right? And they're going to watch you and they're going to judge you and they're going to scorn you or they're going to laugh with you or they're going to want to be doing just what you're doing, right? So let go of what others are thinking because it doesn't have anything to do with you. Okay, number five, when a flare happens, when you notice ears are ringing or tension or overwhelm, kind of use your imagination. And like, I love Star Wars, I feel a shift in the force. Something's happened. I can tell it's there. It's different, right? And then I create my own idea of how I'm going to play with this. Oh, good. It's kind of here it comes again. What do I want to do with this one? I want to harness it. I want to play with it. I want to go take a bath. I want to breathe through it. I want to just smile and know that something's rattling my cells. Something's rattling my body, my energy. Something is coming in and it's going to affect me and how I love and how I interact with others. And then number six, the last one always is going to be compassion. Have compassion because we're all in our own process doing this. It, it's a mess and we're a mess and everybody's a mess. So just have compassion and use your playfulness, use your creativity, use your beautiful Empress feminine energy and bring it into balance and stability. That's our theme for 2024. I'll see you next year. Bye.